Alright, we're back for the chibi crap of Final Fantasy VII. And as you can see out in the sand there, that little red thing, that is a douche. Actually, that is a Ruby weapon. He is not available in the Japanese version. He's only available in US. Wait, is that true? Oh yeah, he's available in the US, the PAL version with, Europe, and the international version of the Japanese release, but not the basic Japanese one. And he sucks. The reason why he sucks is because he's got some caveats that make this thing a little more difficult than it probably should be. And that is why two of these people are in fact dead. Sorry, there's no reason why it's Ian and Biju. There's no... who it is doesn't matter as long as they're dead. Because one of his first attacks is to whirlwind two of your party members, which, since it's random, you can't control it. Basically, you want to make sure you have the guy you want in the battle, the guy who's capable of doing the battle by himself, to be the only one left alive, and then he won't do that. This is the setup I'm going with. Ragnarok, Missteel. I'm choosing not to use the ultimate weapon, even though I do have it, because Ruby doesn't appear until after ultimate weapon is dead. That's why I couldn't find him before. But because he gives like 50,000 AP or something, so some of these, well, one, to actually gain some AP there. The Missteel for, but mainly because it's probably the second best piece of armor in my opinion. Most people say it's the first because it has a huge evasion rate, which is true. I like the Gjenrei for the defensive power, but it has no materia slots, and I need materia. But yeah, the main thing I want to start with is Sneak Attack and Hades, because Ruby Weapon is susceptible to Paralyze. This will paralyze him right off the start. The reason you want to do that is because if you cast Knights of the Round on him while he's able to act, he will counter with Ultima, and you might die. So if you Sneak Attack Hades him, he'll be paralyzed, he won't be able to do that. You can cast Knights of the Round, and he can't do anything about it. I have it paired with MP Absorb, so that I can get my MP back, and I have the Master Summon to pair with HP Absorb, so anytime I cast a summon, he'll absorb HP from it, and basically this will keep me alive throughout the entire thing. I don't want to give you my money. HP and MP plus, not mastered, just for, to max out there. And then I want, well, Final Attack and Revive, so that even if I do die, I will cast Life 2 on myself, and continue living. You don't want to use Phoenix, because that'll revive the other two party members, and then that's a hassle, because he might whirlwind Cloud out of the battle, and that's not good. And then the main thing is Command Counter with Mime. So yeah, it's going to be basically a sequence, and it's a sequence, I say, that you can almost pretty much walk away from the... You can almost pretty much walk away from the battle once you got it set up there. Oh really? He's not gonna... Okay, fine. I'll cast Hades then. Jeez. Sneak Attack does not always work, unfortunately. Despite the fact that it is a mastered materia and should have had a 100% proc rate, I guess it doesn't. You could do the same thing if you had Dazer items. You could essentially keep him in a paralysis block. Like, get him to do Whirlwind, or you can't get him to do Whirlwind, but like, paralyze him with Sneak Attack Hades, and then basically have one person sit. As you see, he is now not moving. Yeah, I gained 19 HP back because this didn't actually damage him very much. It is based on how much damage you do, which is why this will basically give me all my HP back. And this is precisely the reason why I didn't do this at all during the game, because this freaking animation takes forever. It's already at 12 seconds. 20 seconds. Yeah, so all 13 of these assholes have to attack. And they do about 7,500 to 8,000 damage each. So that's about, what, almost 100 damage, 100,000 damage? Ruby weapon has 800,000 HP, so yeah, this is gonna take a bunch of casts, and yeah, that's a minute. We've been watching this animation for a minute already. Yeah, about a minute 12 that animation takes. And see, I gained back, you know, full HP and 969 MP. Now basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and wait for him to get unparalyzed, because it won't take long. Yep. He's going to attack me, do some damage, I'm going to live, and I'm going to counter Mime, which my last action was Knights of the Round, so I will counter with Knights of the Round. And the thing about that is, even though he is unparalyzed now, he cannot counter a counter attack. So, basically, he is essentially going to kill himself by attacking me, because I'm still going to get full HP and MP after this is over. And yeah, I know this setup took a lot of time to do. As you saw, most of the materials were mastered, and I had a mastered summon. So that's, you know, that took at least mastering Knights of the Round once. And then you saw the second one was at level 2. So yeah, this is a very, I mean, it's pretty much a guaranteed win, a walk away from the, you know, console win, but it does take a long time to set up. You can probably do this with just the basic, you know, cast Knights of the Round once, or cast Hades once, cast Knights of the Round once, and then Mime, and then you can essentially try to do this with 6 materia. But you essentially have no grace period. Like, because I have, you know, because I have the materia that I have with the mastered summon and whatnot, if I have to, you know, if I die and have to revive and then have to restart, I can. If you didn't have that, you'd basically be, okay, let's reset and try again. Of course, then you wouldn't have to have wasted anywhere near as much time prepping for it, so there's that. But yeah, this is... third cast. It's very difficult to tell which one of these two goofballs is the harder of the two. Because, I mean, well, I would say Emerald is, because obviously I certainly have cheesed this guy. He's basically killing himself right now. And there's not really anything he can do about it. Because he can't attack me more than once without getting countered. I didn't even have to take another, like, turn. The problem with Ruby Weapon is that he has an absurd defense and an absurd magic defense. The reason why Knights of the Round works so well is because it ignores defense. And other things that ignore defense are Pandora's Box. There's something else there. And Bahamut. All of the Bahamut summons ignore defense. Which I suppose you could do this same strategy with Bahamut Zero if you didn't want to wait for Knights of the Round, but Knights of the Round just does too many hits to... You can't command counter, well, you can still command counter Mime. But I mean, at this point, even to get Mime, you would need, I think Mime is black chocobo. No, that's the HP empty switch. Mine, I think, is the green chocobo item. Or the green chocobo reward. So you need at least that. But at that point, you might as well just, you know, do the extra races, get the nut, and then the extra chocobo to get the gold one, and then get knights in the round. So it's like, you know, if you have to do half the work, you might as well do all of it. Well, yeah, this is starting to get boring, isn't it? I'm already bored. Then again, I'm not actually doing anything because I don't have to. That will change for the other ass hat. There is no instant win strategy against Emerald Weapon. I think the one attack of his you can actually do anything about is if you put like elemental fire material or elemental and fire on your armor, you would absorb that ruby flame attack. But really, other than that, there's not a whole lot you can do. Most of his attacks are very strong and non-elemental. Also, his tentacles have the ability to the one on the right there, its two attacks can inflict frog and small, and the one on the left can inflict poison and slow numb, which is the slow petrify. So yeah, you want a ribbon at least. He can also inflict confusion with the ruby ray attack. That's pretty much it. Oh, and he's got a big sling that can inflict paralysis. He can also cast things like Comet 2 once he withdraws his tentacles from the sand, or if you kill them for any reason. The invincibility that he started the battle with goes away if he pulls his tentacles out, or even if he pulls his tentacles out. But he just starts going nuts with like Comet 2 and other. In fact, that tentacle hit me and drained my MP. But since mine doesn't actually take any, regardless of what action you're miming, I'm still going to get it all back, and I still countered. The interesting thing is that they reuse, I won't say these sprites, but in Final Fantasy XIV, one of the MMO Final Fantasies, they reuse this sort of summon here by having there be a group of knights called the Heaven's Ward, and they all have those kinds of weapons, and they use those kinds of attacks, and that would be their king, which I thought was pretty interesting. I mean, it's an MMO, so many people who have played a Final Fantasy game, you know, not that one. But yeah, so, you know, little facts, stuff they reuse, you know, I think they reuse their own things all the time, as well as using lore from different religions and other cultures for monsters. Don't know if Ruby Weapon has, like, a real-world equivalent, like, you know, a Hindu monster, the god of fire and tentacles. Someone do fan art of that. Oh yeah, come on, just keep on. You know what? That's Yeah, I'm getting to 15 minutes, and I haven't killed. Well, I was gonna try to squeeze them both into a single episode, but no, I think I'm gonna have to split them up now because I'm at, I think, over 15 minutes, and the great thing is that he is not countering. You know, even though the tentacles are attacking him, and they are targetable things, he is not countering a tentacle attack with knife around on the tentacle. He's countering a ruby weapon, so he's actually, that's probably saving, you know, me some trouble, because if he killed the tentacles, then Ruby would change up his stick, and then I might end up having to worry about dying. Yep. I don't live right now. But yeah, the attack that just happened took about half my health, so that's why you want HP absorb to do with this, so that you essentially can perpetually live without having to cure yourself. Because doing any action other than mining would break the cycle, and then, you know, it wouldn't affect me much because I have, you know, a master summon, but someone trying to do this before then. And there it goes. And we get a Desert Rose. What do we do with the Desert Rose? Well, let's go see. Oh, turn off the speed. I don't think I showed the Calm Traveler in the main LP. There's Midgar. Let's see, there's a guy in Calm that you can pretty much go see at any time. He's in this house right here. He's upstairs, and he talks about, you know, oh, okay, well, he's going to talk about how he traveled all over the world and he has all sorts of stuff. What you could do is you could trade the different things for different things. Like, I traded him the Desert Rose, and he gives me a gold chocobo. Aww. Yep. Yeah, okay, guidebook, that's the thing we got from the pirate ship themed enemy in the underwater reactor. You trade that for an underwater materia, which I will show off in the next episode. The Desert Rose, which you get gold chocobo, and the Earth Harp, which you get from beating the guy we will... Yeah. He needs those three things, and I gave him one already for the underwater materia, which is... there. It doesn't do anything, it just allows you to breathe underwater, which will help fight the next asshat. And, you know, gold chocobo. I don't think I have the space to keep it. Yeah. But he'll sit there basically until I... Except I don't need him. Oh yeah, I already got that. I don't need him, so I'm not worried about it at all. But yeah, that's it for Ruby Weapon and one of the super bosses. Next time we will take on the other asshat. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all your support, and have a good night.